And with Michael, you sensed how he loved what he did and how much love he did it with, and you always wanted to be part of it. So I want to introduce his wife, Elise, who is going to accept the award for him.
Thank you so much, Will, and thank you so much to Rolling Stone. You and Eric Bates always stood by Michael and his reporting no matter the controversy, which could be often, as I know from living with him. Tonight is bittersweet because Michael would have been so honored to be recognized by the Norman Mailer Center. I'd like to thank Larry Schiller for this award and also for hosting Michael at the Mailer's Writer Retreat. Michael went to Provincetown soon after losing a woman he loved in Baghdad and before he covered the war in Afghanistan. And I first met him around this time. His heart was clearly broken, and he was so sad that I wondered if he would ever be whole again. A year passed, and then I saw Michael again in Afghanistan. He had channeled his pain into writing, and he was in his element covering the war. I'm grateful to all of the supporters of the Mailer Center for believing in young writers like Michael and for encouraging them to be brave and fearless like the great Norman Mailer. Mailer was one of Michael's heroes, for better or for worse. Whenever we had a fight, Michael always reminded me that in comparison to Mailer, he was a great husband because he still hadn't stabbed me. Mailer was a hero to Michael because Michael admired his compassion. In 2009, I was working in Afghanistan, and Michael sent me a long email about his heroes, with few exceptions, all literary. Of course, Norman Mailer at the top of the list, and why they mattered. And here's how Michael put it to me. Though I pretend to be cynical, I think the most important value a writer can have is compassion. To understand that it's not easy to be a human being, and everyone struggles with their own humanness. Love, death, hate, shame, jealousy, anger, a desire to do good, a desire to do bad, inexplicable fears, inexplicable hopes. So in my writing, I'm trying to be as honest as possible, and this includes being pretty upfront about where I'm coming from. And what interests me about the war is always the human cost and the disconnect between the big ideas and theories that our policymakers and leaders have and what they actually mean to the people who have to pay for those big decisions. At the end of the day, I do believe in our potential as human beings to do wondrous and incredible and beautiful things. Michael put these ideas in practice, changing the course of America's longest war because he insisted on being honest. I think of him as an American dissident, a cynical idealist, and a breathtaking writer. Most of all, he was someone I loved and will always love for having the passion to fight for all that he saw as right and good and exceptional in the world. I don't know if one ever fully recovers from losing a great love, but I saw how pain taught Michael to live and love deeply. That's his lasting gift to me, his love and his example, that there's so much to live for and hope for in a world that can be unfair but undeniably wonderful. For honoring Michael and for never forgetting all that he stood for, thank you.